Are you a mom with $1 million idea but don't know how to take it to the next level?
Well, up next, we'll meet a Vancouver mother who turned her bright idea into a money-making business, how she became one of Canada's top entrepreneurs.
Samantha, what is a mompreneur?
Mommy, I think a mompreneur is someone who works hard every day.
Oh, cute, aren't they? Elaine Comeau's professional life began as an elementary school teacher. She's a working mother who left her job in the school system to pursue her passion, a venture that has gained her recognition as one of Canada's top entrepreneurs. Elaine joins us this morning with some tips and advice to turn your own idea into a moneymaker. Welcome, Elaine. Thanks for being with us here.
I'm very honored. Thank you, Keri.
So, Easy Daysies is what your invention is called. It began as a tool for the classroom. How did you come up with the idea?
Well, I created, as a school teacher, I created a visual routine in the front of my classroom like many elementary school teachers do. And for many years, I had parents come up to me and ask me to make a visual routine for their children at home just to help them get out of the door faster in the morning. And so I did. I made visual routines for free for years and years, and I drew every single illustration simple enough so that children who just need that extra help, whether they have special needs or just needing that help to get out of the door in the morning.
So it's something that it looks like it's posted on the fridge there, but what's the basic idea behind it? Just to give them a sense of what to expect throughout the day?
Yes, and I often tell people, well, actually studies show that children as young as preschool age benefit from a visual routine because they cooperate better, there's less anxiety when 1 in 4 school-age children are dealing with anxiety issues, and it just gives children a sense of confidence and independence.
So you had an idea. How did you take it to the next level? You needed some investors. How did you go about getting support?
Well, when I realized, I was pregnant with my 3rd child, and I realized I've been making these by parent request for so long that maybe there's a product here. Mm-hmm. And I did the research and discovered there was nothing out there like it, and I researched on how to make my first product. And I knew I needed $1,400 to make my first batch, so I saved up. I did extra tutoring, I made crafts that I sold, and then I created the first product, which I launched 2 days after my 3rd baby was born.
Good for you.
And then it somehow quickly became a #1 back-to-school must-have in Parents Magazine. And then stores started calling, and we went from there to about 1,500 stores across North America.
That's incredible. What a whirlwind. And you're a mom of 3. You're incredible. So I understand you're being honored now as one of Canada's top mompreneurs is what they're calling you. So tell us what's happening in Toronto.
Well, I'm very honored to be considered one of the finalists for the Canadian Mompreneurs of Canada. And on Saturday in Toronto, they will announce who that title will go to. But it's an honor to be a part of it. It's an honor to be one of the 12. And I'm very honored to have found out that I am the only finalist that is coming from outside of Ontario.
Oh, fantastic. Well, good for you. You're representing BC. So, a lot of people out there, whether you're a mother or anyone, if you have an idea and you don't really know what to do with it, you think it might be unique and you think it could be a business opportunity, what advice do you have to give to people like that?
Thank you for asking. There's 2 things I always say. The first one is if it's a great idea, you want to do the research and check because it might exist already. So if it does exist, that's not a problem. Try to make it better. And the second one, which I think is the most important, is if you do have a product or a service idea, you need to ask yourself, does it solve a problem? Does it fulfill a need? And you want to be able to say yes, because then you know that you have a really good idea, I think.
Okay, good stuff. Now, you were in Dragon's Den as well. What was that experience like?
That was terrifying.
So for people who don't know, this is a television program where people can pitch an idea.
Yes. It's definitely not called the Nice People Show. It is called Dragon's Den. And we had all 3 of our children there, and it was crazy, but a huge blessing and a wonderful opportunity. I would say it's the #1 crash course, business course, if you ever had to go on that show. But
it was intimidating, though, for someone who doesn't have a business background, though.
That is very correct. But it was crazy, and we did inciting a bidding war between all 5 dragons. And we were honored to leave with 2 of them to be our investors.
Well, good for you. Well, it looks like you're on a new path. Will you ever go back to teaching, or are you doing a whole new thing now, do you think?
Well, I think one day I would go back to teaching because I love it. I am very passionate about being in the classroom and being with the children.
This is a side project for you.
Yes, with no sleep.
Oh, yes, of course. You're a mom. You're not going to get any sleep.
No.
Listen, Elaine, it's really nice to meet you, and thanks so much for joining us today. And for more information, you can always check out our website, ctvmorninglive.ca. And over to you.